Hey, look at all the different kinds of food.
And we have all of this.
And we even have all of this. Thank you guys. Hey everybody, this is Rindy, Emery, Shane. We just wanted to thank everybody so much. Kind of give you an update here. This last week we've been shown so much generosity from you, the community, and we've been given monetary donations, food donations, produce, snake food, gator food. Some of you have chosen to adopt some of our animals for a week. Just guys, thank you so much. Thank you.
Welcome to the Scales and Tails kitchen. So we've had so much food donated, and today we decided that we're going to show you a little bit about what we do with all this food. Where is all this food going to? The answer, of course, is it's going to the animals. But today we're going to do something a little bit fun. We're going to show you how we prep all of the food for the week for all of these animals. So, joining me, I'm Sarah, by the way, Rindy. So, what we have today, the first thing that we need to do is
Chop up some veggies.
Veggies! This is awesome. So, carrots are a great choice. And then somebody donated some zucchini.
Thank you very much for that.
Yes, thank you. This is a fun treat for these animals. We tend to stick a lot of times with the same things over and over again,
Mostly
which gets really
easy to
boring.
get.
Yeah, it's easy, but it does get kind of boring for the animals. So
The
we're
variety's been
actually
nice.
super excited for the variety. And let me tell you, you should see a tortoise's face when you put something new in front of it. Their eyes get huge and they run as fast as they can, which granted is not very fast, towards the food. But
They demolished a watermelon in about 3 minutes.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Smelled great for about 10 minutes, and then it smelled like rotten food. All right, so what we're gonna do here is pull out our chopping machine shredder. So we've got a couple buckets here. We're gonna use these later. Maybe we can just get these off the table for a second. Randy, I'm gonna let you do the honors. So all we have to do is broke it already? Oh, no we didn't. It's fine.
Hold that thought.
Two domestic women. We know what we're doing, right? Alright, so now we are going to put these into our separate containers. Now Mondays, we don't have as many animals that need to eat on Monday because some of them are actually going to get a little extra food today, and we'll get to more of that later. So Monday gets about half, and then the other two are going to be filled all the way. Okay, so just grab some in here. Okay, and then we just put our lids on these, and we are going to set them aside, and then we're going to focus on the greens part. We're gonna set these over here. All right, so now, let's put that over there. So this is where we need our two big buckets. Let's move some of this off of the table maybe. Like that.
Okay.
Right. So here we go. So
Greens.
you've got a knife and we've got greens. Now what are we feeding to our herbivores? We've got a whole mix of amazing greens. Now normally we like to stick to things like green leaf, red leaf, mustard greens are great, collard greens are great. We've had some donations that are amazing. Dandelion greens. Oh my gosh, these animals love dandelion greens. So this is gonna be a fun treat for them. They got some last week too, and they just, boy, they all ate their food last week. It was great. And we've got a few other fun greens. So what we're gonna do is chop this all up, and we're gonna put it in a bucket and mix it all up, and then we'll put it into our individual feeding buckets for the week. All right, so let's get to it. Some people have donated iceberg lettuce. Now, normally we wouldn't use iceberg lettuce for animals. It's not the most nutritious, which is why people don't eat a lot of it either. It's basically water. However, we use what we have.
Fiber.
It's still fiber. It's still really good for the digestive system. So we're gonna chop this up and add it into our salad and mix it in really, really good. That way they get a little bit of everything with every feeding. There you go, chop ahead.
Thanks much.
Now the fun part. Mix it all up in there. Oops. I know what I'm doing. Just trying to mix it all in there as much as possible. Get everything really well.
Tip it forward and show everybody. You're done.
There we go. All right, now we have a big, huge salad. All right, now what do we do with this salad? Well, we need to divide it up for our animals, and for that we have labeled buckets. We have Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, now remember our Monday animals, we don't have as many that need to be fed, so we're only gonna fill this one about halfway full. But these need to be, the rest of what we have, we're gonna be evenly distributed amongst those. You know what? We still don't have quite enough.
Got anything else in the fridge?
We sure do. All right, now what did we,
So about how many heads of lettuce do you think we use? About...
ooh, so normally I use about 6 green leaf lettuce, 5 red leaf lettuce, and 2 to 3 bushels of something extra, like today we had the dandelion greens, or we might use mustard greens or collard greens or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
quite a
it
few heads of lettuce.
takes quite a bit of lettuce, and I think we just about cleaned out the fridge for
this
greens for this week.
So I need to get some more soon.
Yep,
Okay.
and that's pretty normal. All right, so then we take our buckets. So we have the one with just a half. We're gonna stick it in there. Those, and then we grab some lids. Oh, not that lid. And pop them on our bucket. All right, and these will go in the fridge in just a little bit. We have to clear out some space for them now, but we will make sure these get in the fridge. So the next thing we're gonna do, we need to prepare all the carnivore food for the whole week.
Okay.
So we pre-portion a lot of our carnivore food. It just makes it way easier to feed them rather than having to go in the freezer every single time, thaw everything out, chop it up in little pieces. So we just do it all at once, and then we store it in the freezer, and it's good to go for the rest of the week. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is prepare a lot of our carnivore food. Now, not all of our carnivore food are snakes, but these are mostly like things like the big turtles, like lockjaw. We have Bowser over here. We have monitor lizards like TNT and Waffles and Pop-Tart. And then Ducky, who is our little caiman. And so, yeah, we're gonna divvy up their food. Now, we did notice that we did have some left in the freezer. They weren't fed off yesterday, but we're just gonna reuse these. So we have one for Ducky, so we can take out Ducky. We have one for TNT. Take out one for TNT and one for Lockjaw. There we go. So we'll just set those aside. And, all right. So then, what we're gonna start with are the rodents. So for these guys, they are really good with eating B grade meat. So we have our B grade rats. B grade is just something that it's maybe a little bit older, you know, it's been in the freezer for a little while. You know what? They don't care about freezer burn like we do. So
They eat dead things in the wild anyway.
they love it dead and rotting. Mmm, delicious. All right, so a few of these. So these are the rat pups. And we have small rats and we have some medium rats. So TNT actually, she's our biggest monitor. So we're gonna make sure she gets a big medium rat for each day. Let's see if you can squeeze them in there. And that's probably, she's already got one in that one. Yep.
You're right. One's done.
Cool. All right, and then the small rats are gonna go to, let's give Pop-Tart one each day. Perfect. Whoop. And then finally we have our rat pups. And everybody will get one rat pup except for Waffles. So Waffles is a black-throated monitor. So he is in the rock monitor group. He has his own special food that we feed him. In the wild, black throats, white throats, savanna monitors, these are all like insectivores. They have these big claws. They can rip open termite mounds. It's pretty awesome. So they actually like a lot of insects. We feed him a totally different mixture that is separate for him. And we don't typically feed him rodents because they have a harder time digesting those. So he's got something all to himself. Okay, does everybody have some rodents?
We're good.
Awesome. So we're gonna set those aside. And then, everything likes a little variety in life, right?
That's right. Variety is the spice of life.
Ah, oh my gosh, I got chicken juice all over me.
Ew, gross. And now you're squirting it.
Lovely. I know what I'm doing. I know how to make a mess. Thank you, thank you. All right, so chicken pieces. It's just chicken breast that has been pre-cut into little pieces. So the big monitors, so TNT should get about 5 pieces of chicken each. I'm not sure why all of these bags have holes in them. There we go. Okay. And then Pop-Tart will get 4 pieces of chicken, as well as Waffles. Waffles will get 4 pieces as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the turtles each get 3 pieces. So 1, 2, 3 for Lockjaw, and 1, 2, 3 for Lockjaw. And then Bowser, 2, 3. And Ducky gets 2. Ducky is a caiman. He doesn't eat quite as much as some of the other ones. He's a very picky caiman. It's very weird. There we go. He's a very cute caiman, though. He's actually one of the most social caimans I've ever met in my whole life. He's adorable. If you have not met him, put it on your to-do list. Okay, so everybody's got chicken now?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, chicken is good. All right, and finally, we're gonna move on to some fish. And these are just some fish fillets that we have. So we're just gonna chop these up and give each of them a little bit of fish. Okay, yep. So, this is weird. Oh, there's a little piece of fish in there.
Keep going. Just keep going. We're good.
Chris.
It's just fish juice.
On me. It's okay, I can do laundry. Oh, if
We haven't run out of that yet.
laundry detergent?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Shh, don't say anything. There's gonna be a run on laundry detergent. All right, so make sure everybody gets maybe a piece of that. We don't have a ton of fish right now, but we'll give them all a little taste this week of fish. This fish is really hard to work with. There's no bones in it or anything. So it's just, it falls apart so easily. And if there are extra pieces, they should go to our bigger ones. Oops. I meant that to go into waffles, waffles, waffles. All right. So just as a note, really quick. So you notice we did feed a little bit of fish to Ducky the caiman, who is a type of crocodilian. Now normally you wouldn't want to feed frozen thawed fish to the crocodilians. It could lead to, I think, a thiamine deficiency. Yeah. But we're feeding him a teeny tiny little bit, and he's getting plenty of other nutrients. So just kind of, if you happen to have a crocodilian, and if you're living in the state of Utah, you better not have a crocodilian.
It is illegal to own a crocodilian in the state of Utah without a permit.
Yes. But if you happen to know somebody who has one, or anything, now you know. Don't feed too much frozen thawed fish to your crocodilians. All right, so now that we've gotten through that, we get to put the lids on and put it all on the freezer. All right, so once we have those all boxed up, we stack them all nice and neat inside the freezer where they are ready to use throughout the week. And we always know which ones to feed because we have it on a chart. Easy peasy. Things are a little bit different now because we're not open to the public, so a lot of these animals, the public used to be able to feed. COVID-19 has changed a few things, so now we're just having staff members come in and feed the animals and just making sure they get really well fed. Now, if you would like to help with donations, especially with produce, you saw how much food we went through just today. These animals eat so much food. So if you would like to help out with a food donation, we're gonna give you some information in the show notes. So be sure to read the show notes about some really good healthy foods and maybe some foods to kind of avoid. So we can't take everything, but we can take a little bit. There's also ways to donate monetarily. So we're gonna put that information also in the show notes. So be sure to check those out and be sure to check here again. We're gonna have some really fun educational videos about all of our animals coming up. Little highlights here and there that we have planned for you, so be sure to check those out in the future. Well, at the end of feeding day, we've got to do something with all the leftovers. Literally nothing goes to waste here at Scales and Tails, and as you can see, these red-footed tortoises are having a lot of fun with the leftover lettuces and greens. And they will, by this time tomorrow, this will be gone.